Don't be scared to try color. Trying color is important. It'll bring you out of your comfort zone. We're going to be using olive oil mousse today and then a little bit of shine and jam. Not too much for the roots. But the main star of the show is going to be the QVR Color 4 and Color 30 on my client's hair today. Now, she was scared to try color, but I'm telling y'all, this will be the perfect color to start off with when you're scared to go a little bit lighter. I just feel like this brown will look good on everyone. I've even tried it on myself. I really do like it. So if you're worried about your hair being black and then the hair being lighter, it really does have a nice blend to it because this bulk hair already has the color 4 in it. And then it has the color 30 to give it a good mix. Like, it's not a true 30. So mixing your hair in it as well just mixes very, very well. But let me get into the steps on exactly what it is that I'm doing. I'm gonna show you guys a few times what it is that I'm doing and walk through the steps and give you some detail. But there's a bulk hair. I did use 5 packs. I'm gonna give you the details now. I did use 5 packs. This did take me about 4.5 hours. Of course, because I'm recording and doing other things. So it probably took a little bit longer than it was supposed to. So let's get into some details on the rows. So below her ear, she's gonna have 3 rows of braids. And then above her ear, she's gonna have 6 rows on each side, starting from the middle part. So she has the middle part going down the middle of her head. On each side, there's going to be 6 rows connected. So like I said, in the back, she does have 3 rows. And then starting from the front middle part, she's going to have 6 rows on each side. So I'm starting at first row. That's going to be connected from all the way from one side to all the way to the other. Now, parting, I know for y'all is hard. All you have to do is do a rough draft first. Before you just start, just do a rough draft. Look at it, pull it, lift it up, lift it down so you can see if the line is straight. Look at it from far, look at it from close. When you are not used to doing this, you have to make sure that you're paying attention to the parts. Now that we're getting into one of the twists, let's get into some details. So what I'm gonna do is basically detangle her hair and then add a little bit of shine and jam to the root. Not too much, not saturating the whole thing, just a little at the root to give it that slick look. Then what I'm gonna do is separate it into 3s, kind of like I do a knotless braid. And I'm starting to braid like I would a knotless braid, just a few strokes down. And once I've put it over to the left side of my hand, I'm going to insert a piece of hair to the middle piece and the top piece and just continue to braid. Now I'm gonna do this again after braiding it in a little bit. And I think I used about 3 to 4 pieces on each twist because I definitely wanted it to have some length. So I'm adding that in again to the middle piece and the piece on the right. I'm braiding it down a little bit. And now all I'm gonna do is separate these 3 pieces into 2 pieces. Once I do that, that's where I start to add my mousse. So I have 3 pieces and now I'm putting some pieces together, separating it into 2, adding some mousse for some moisture as I twist down. And you want to just keep doing this. And now I see that I need a little bit more length. So I'm going to add another piece right in the middle and just continue to twist. Now I'm going to show you guys how I do this a few times. Like as you watch this tutorial, you're going to see from different angles how I do everything. So let's start over again. We have our braid. We're gonna do a few strokes. 1, 2, 3. And then my right hand is gonna grab a piece I've already separated, putting it in the middle and the top piece and continuing to braid. Then I'm gonna do it again. After I do a few strokes, grab another piece. Put that in the top and in the middle and continue to braid. Then once I feel the density is similar to the one beside it, that is what I do. I have a reference of each twist. I just make sure that I'm looking at the twist I'm working with and the twist I'm going to be working with. So now I put my mousse, which means I'm going to separate it into 2 pieces. And once I've put one side with one of them and separate it into 2, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep on twisting all the way down. And then once I get kind of like a little bit above her shoulders, this is where I add in a piece for length. So for the front, I do want to recommend, sometimes if their hair up at the front is a little bit thinner, you want to make sure that you make the pieces that you're working with a little bit thinner so they're not twisting. That is why a lot of people are like, oh, my twists are twisting or my braid is twisting. The piece you're adding in is way too thick. Let's start there. Or if you're having too much trouble and it's just a really thin, sparse area, I definitely recommend just doing a small box braid and then gradually adding pieces of that bulk hair to the front, because it's going to be hard if you just start off with a big old piece on a thin area. It's not going to work. It's not going to last, and it's going to create tension. You don't want to do all that to your client. You're going to be struggling. So you can't really notice, but the braid below that one, I think I did a box braid for it, and it just helps retain, you know, her hair in the front by doing just a small box braid and not trying to do a knotless braid with bulk hair, because doing a knotless braid with bulk hair is actually a little bit harder because it's not straight. The hair is thick and it's full, so sometimes inserting a piece of that bulk hair to create a knotless braid is a little bit harder, especially when the pieces up at the front are sparse. So this is me adding when I'm adding for length. I'm basically adding it to both sides. I'm pushing it upwards, twisting one side, and then I'm twisting the other side, and then I'm gonna start twisting them together. And that is how I add hair while like I'm trying to like add some length or density. That's how I add hair. Then I just continue to twist, and I don't twist all the way down because we do want the ends to be curly. So you guys probably saw in the beginning that I left the ends out, and you can see here I left the ends out because we want to add some gel to that and create some definition. So that is exactly what I'm doing here. I'm just spraying her ends with some water. Don't need to saturate it too much, just a little bit just to get it moisturized. Then I'm going to go in with some Got2b gel. This is what I feel like holds the curl very well, is adding some type of gel that hardens just a little bit. Nothing too serious, just a little bit. You don't even need that much gel because the ends of this will stay really nice. If you have a mousse that has like a soft hold, that will work perfectly as well. You don't have to add gel, but you can definitely add some mousse to give it a little bit of a hard finish. And then after this, we just did a few styles. She really liked her hair. She was a little scared to try the color, but she was actually really liking it. She said her mom wears her hair color just like this, and I feel like this hair color just looks really good on her. It matched her eyebrows very well as well. So we just did 2 little ponytails up at the front, nothing too serious. And y'all, every time I post these videos and I'm saying mini twist, there's always somebody in the comments like, those aren't mini. Baby, y'all been seeing everybody and their granny on the internet doing the same exact size, calling it mini twist. You already know this is a type in mini twist, baby. This is the size that you are going to see. Now, if you type in micro, we're talking about something different. But baby, if you type in mini, the size is gonna be about the same. I don't know why y'all be trying to cuss me out in the comments, but anyway. This is the end of the video. Make sure that you are subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.